going on, Sha?
Nothing.
That's beautiful. Real talk, yo. I didn't realize how much, like, when my sister, like, I talk to my sister and you a lot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Very
Do you
different.
also have a podcast with your sister?
She thinks so. Real talk. My sister, I love her to death, but it reminds me regularly how young she is. She's 24. She calls me for some of the like silliest things to me that I think she'll realize are silly. But I love like the combos; they genuinely bring me joy.
Right.
But one of the things that I like that she says that remind me of how youthful she is when she says that word. So like when you or me and friends my age and up say we are doing nothing, I can't tell you how happy I am for them. Like it comes from a place of joy and peace.
Right.
Like, real talk. We got nothing to talk about. That's cool. We can sit here and be quiet, my G. Real talk. And it is beautiful. I'm going to my friend James to his house, Labor Day barbecue.
Right.
And I know for a fact nothing's happening in any of our lives. It's going to be like solid silence for like 40, 50 minutes at a time every now and then. It's going to be great.
Nice. It's nice to kind of sit in silence and comfort with a close friend.
Yeah, we're going to watch the kids play. He got some youngins. My kids are going to be like on their phones because they're like, these kids are too young.
Right.
Dads and his friends are too old. They're going to ignore us and be on the iPhone. Cool.
Sure.
With that said, my sister calls me every time that she has nothing to do and she's looking for something to do.
Right.
And I'm the thing she'll like ask,
like,
yeah, real talk. She's like, I have 30 minutes of time. There is nothing to do. I'm going to bother you for my entertainment with random questions because I have nothing and I can't be with nothing.
Gotcha.
And I find that fascinating because I now I'm like, you understand that like I also have nothing, but I didn't want anything. You know, I was cool with the silence.
Right.
But I also remember being that age.
Yeah, where you're finding
not
that
cool
like,
with it. Yeah, like I don't know what to do with this. This is crazy that I have nothing. But I find that so like wow, like as a thing. But yeah, I'm happy you have nothing right now. I think that's beautiful. Enjoy
nice.
the peace. Real talk, yo. Like you said it, and like I was like, man, that's beautiful. Like, my heart like filled for you, Sha.
I mean, if I think about it, certainly there's something, but right now there's nothing, and that's nice as well.
I like that for you, Sha. Real talk, yo. I have been becoming really appreciative of competition shows from Asia. I've been a fan of these like weird athletic shows from on Netflix that are like super athletes doing competitions against each other. I find these like fascinating. I got hooked on these originally. There was one called like I think it was like the like Power 100 or something like that.
Okay.
And like it was dope. Like 100 different athletes from Korea show up. They tell you the sport they played. They mold a statue in the shape of their torso.
Okay.
They put them all in a room and they would let one person in at a time walk in, observe all the torsos, and like admire the ones that are different from theirs. Okay. And they compete in various events to win a prize. Every time someone gets eliminated, they had to walk in the room and smash their own torso.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God.
Really crazy shit.
What?
Literally, because their body was not enough. The temple that they built.
Oh my God.
Real talk.
Holy shit. What's the name of the show? Ego Death?
So that's what I found fascinating. It's not like, because as I've been watching sports my whole life through the Sports Religion Church of America.
Right.
So there's competition things I noticed that we do, they don't do. For example, years of watching these type of challenges and sports shows, there is no villain in these shows. Everyone is an honor to be there. They are excited to be on the show. When they lose, they're respectful. There's no like spite ganging up on somebody.
Okay.
I was blown away by like 100 people, and all of y'all are just like, "Thank you for this opportunity." Like, that's crazy.
Right,
I
right.
was looking for the person to shit on, and then like, or like the person that's like me, or whatever it is that like is
Mhm.
like I'm winning at all costs.
Right.
There's none of that. Everybody was like there for the opportunity. We were just watching a new one of these shows today. Yesterday we wrapped it. Pardon me. It was called the Final Draft. This one
Okay.
is 25 former athletes from all
Mhm.
of Asia,
Mhm.
and they want to recapture the feeling of being an elite athlete. Some of them want to an opportunity to end their career on the right way.
Okay.
Some of them, the prize money is for them to. Some of them was to start a new career post athletics. So we had a bunch of like retired athletes, and they
Mhm.
would tell us their story. And I watched 25 people compete against each other, peak athletes, and not a single one of them had beef. And I can't stress how not American that is to me. Like,
Yeah, no,
uh,
that is
that
very un-American.
real talk, like that shit blew my mind. That like even like
Were Okay, are they friendly with each other, or are they all just quietly trying to do the best they can and feel honored to be a part of it?
I would say a balance of both. There's half of them that are extremely like to themselves.
Mhm.
There are half that become friendly as the competition goes on. I would say the latter half when they're
Okay.
like getting closer to making it.
Okay.
I can't stress how little trash talk there was, if none.
Mm.
That like blew my mind. Like literally, like that
Yeah,
is
I
the
know
most
trash talk
un-American.
is your love language,
Real
so
talk. I love it. I look for it, you know? To not have it while literally playing one-on-one games is wild.
Right.
I've never seen that in a sporting thing. To see it for 6 episodes, it was crazy. Um, I had no answers for my kids. Like Aiden was like, because Aiden's on the track team, as you
Mhm.
know, mentioned, he's been taking it serious. This whole
Right.
summer, he's been making me wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm taking him to the track,
Right.
and he's training. He's like, I want to do well. I'm really impressed with his devotion, but I will say his energy is more this.
Okay.
So for him, it was like, oh, like you could be competitive and not be a dick. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I thought that was kind of dope. He was like, and he would ask me, he's like, yo, like, this guy clearly cares, dad. Like, what do you think about that? And like in my heart, I want to be like, nah, that shit don't work, but I'm watching it work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't front. Like, say which at the very least, they are all more athletic than me. All of them. So they got something figured out.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was kind of cool in that regard, like to see a very different approach to being hyper competitive, a different school of thought to like achieving the peak of your craft, even when it's a craft where you're being judged against others.
Right.
They were still doing it in a way that was respectful throughout. Like one of the competitions was like to move on. They don't know the games, kind of like Squid Games kind of thing in that regard. The
Okay.
next round, they don't know what the next game is and what's going to cause eliminations. So during one of the rounds, there was a boxing component, and of the 6 players left, one of them was a former boxer.
Mhm.
The others weren't, but they were pretty good athletes, and they were going to face a peak boxer in the event, and with the goal of not winning the match, but at least scoring 1 point, like hitting them in one of the like parts of the body that a boxer would
Right.
score for.
Right.
They had the other option to avoid this game, to do a similarly challenging thing, which was to play competitive tag against a elite parkour guy.
Oh, okay. I was
You
like
know,
an, elite tag player, but okay. Yeah,
you know.
parkour. Yeah, that's ultimate
So
tag.
real
Okay.
talk. So they had to avoid the tag player for 20 seconds.
Mhm.
So the 2 people who would win either one of these games would go to the finals. That was the game setup. And
Okay.
the boxing guy um was like, I think the parkour one is easier, but I've always wanted to go up against the best.
Mhm.
So he purposefully chose the boxing thing, and
Okay.
he like competed, you know what I mean? And I saw that over and over again. Like there would be dudes with like there was one of them, it was like a tug of war.
Right.
And this dude's like 5'8", and they like, but he was ahead in points from he was in second in points. So they said you could pick your opponent. and there's
Mhm.
like 2 5'3" dudes
Right.
and a 6'4" guy. But he happens to be he played like a weird sport. The 6'4" guy played baseball.
Okay.
So he was like, people don't respect my sport. So
Mhm.
throughout the whole challenge, he had been purposefully going up against people who competed in major sports that were respected in Korea to
Okay.
prove that his sport was more athletic than those.
Right.
So I was like, yo, my man, like, I don't know if you remember, we playing for for $300,000.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Stay focused. You know what I mean? Pick the 5'3" dude. Tug of war that motherfucker right into the middle. But he chose the 6'4" baseball player
Right.
because he wanted the honor of doing it the hardest way that like sent the message.
Uh-huh.
He lost in that tug of war, and then afterward he's like, "This was a beautiful journey. I got to
Right.
prove the the valor and like I got to prove the validity of my sport to the
Mhm.
world. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to go up against the best in the world at their
That is what
crafts."
the baseball player guy lost.
The baseball player won
Oh, he
because
won. And
yeah,
so
like
the other guy is saying all of this
yeah,
thank you
yeah,
shit.
he's saying
Okay.
this thank you for this opportunity. And I'm like, bro, you picked the hardest player to play tug of war against. Like you could have picked a little dude
Yeah,
and
but
kept
you
it
know them
moving.
little dudes, they got a low center of gravity. That could have fucked him up too.
Fair, fair, fair.
He could have lost, them little guys, they low to the ground.
Real talk. There was one short dude that like low key like upset some people because he was a rugby player.
Oh
So he
yeah,
was like
no.
real low to ground. He was like catching people sleeping.
Yes, absolutely.
Real talk. But it was just kind of like it was wild to me, like as a competitive event. Like even like non-football, like even non-sports things, like if we watch like a cooking show, like
Mhm.
there becomes like rivalries and like sneak things happening when they're
Yeah.
American. I'm blown away how like that felt like everyone did it that way. And I'm
Mhm.
more and more I'm seeing that we're the only ones that do it that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. America, it's wild because we have so much oversized influence on many things around the world, a lot of culture type things around the world, but we're the only ones doing it that way.
Yo, real talk.
So yeah, yeah,
It genuinely impressed. It was kind of cool to see like, oh, like you can just like respect your opponent.
yeah. Have you watched the Great British Baking Bake
Right.
Off or whatever? I started to watch it and I was just like, this is like listening to paint dry. I can't do it. And I'm not a big I don't need a lot of like yelling and screaming kind of competition. Like the competition shows that I watch. If I watch a reality show, it's more often than not a competition show and it's one of like 3 shows. It's either Project Runway
Okay.
or Top Chef, which is just Project Runway in the kitchen. Um Yeah, those are kind of it, and then for a while, whoever the production company that made Project Runway made Top Chef, and
Okay.
then they had a run there, so there was, like, a hair one, like, for the best hairstylist
Oh
that
yeah, I
came
do remember that.
On Bravo, and I loved that one. They did one, for producers that came on, the TV Guide channel.
Okay.
So for half of the screen was the TV guide, the listings going up, and the other half of the screen was the TV show, and for an hour, and I was just like, I like this production house, and I like how they do competition, so I'm absolutely going to watch it anyway.
Yo.
And it was wild because it also was just like, what does a producer do?
Yeah.
And so it was a way of like learning. Oh, okay, a producer is the one that gets stuff done and finds the places, finds the people, finds the things, all of that kind of stuff. And it
Right.
was hosted by Ananda Lewis, R.I.P.
Okay.
Queen Ananda Lewis, and you know how each show had their own like sign off of like I think Project Runway is like Avita saying, or one day you're in and the next day you're out, that kind of thing.
Right.
Um and Top Chef to, pack your knives and go or whatever. So for the producing one, it was and for you, that's a wrap, which is so funny. Um, but they are, they still talk shit, but it's not like really bombastic and over the top, like say Chopped or something like that. Where
Right.
it's just like flashing lights and people yelling and calling for blood and all that stuff. So I like a little competition, but not like huge over the top. But I put on that Great British Bake Off shit, and I was like, I mean, are y'all even like trying?
Yo, I
Yeah,
I I I don't get it.
yeah,
But
it was so calm. Also, I don't understand why they're baking outside when baking you have to have everything so exact. And it seems like the humidity outside would fuck up everything in a second, but you're gonna bake outside. That's insane. Find an inside kitchen. What are we doing?
real
But
talk, B.
what do I know? But yes, anywho, yeah, it is very chill.
Yeah, very different. I
Mhm.
genuinely was stumped by it. It led to a weird rabbit hole.
Okay.
I uh I wanted to kind of like reset after. Gabby did too. The kids went to bed. Um and we ended up watching something that I never fully watched, but affected my life dearly because it came out the week I started high school, and it was
Okay.
the talk of the town. We
Alright.
Gabby and I went through a 4 episode first season binge of Dawson's Creek. Uh, and I got to tell you, I did not instinctually. I was like, this show's not for me. And in high school, I hated the show, but
Right.
I will admit, I had never seen the show.
Right.
I still do not like the show,
Sure.
but it's way more likable than I thought it was.
Okay.
Right off the bat, I've always shitted on Dawson. Didn't know he
Uh-huh.
was a fellow artist. Didn't know the whole show's about him trying to make movies.
Still.
Real talk. He's
I did,
insufferable.
and still.
Yeah. He is insufferable, but I was like, oh, I could see myself being this dude.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Out here making shitty films, believing
Right.
too much in yourself.
Uh,
You know what I mean? I saw it. I was like, okay.
yeah.
I
Big
see the
old,
appeal.
cereal box-shaped head.
Real talk. You know what I never believed is him as a quarterback. And literally because of that. I thought his head
Well, his
and
head it was so blocky.
yeah,
When was not on the show, in
no, and
Varsity
then,
Blues?
yeah, the next thing he did, Varsity Blues.
Right,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, this is not the pivot you should be making. Nobody believes this.
I
Uh,
mean, people believed a lot of stuff. At that time? Absolutely. Yeah, why not? Yeah, okay, you can be the quarterback, okay.
Straight up.
Um,
But
but
yeah, we did a Dawson's Creek rabbit hole.
Mhm.
And I gotta tell you, I'm a little too late, but my bad. It wasn't that bad. There are worse shows.
Right,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
like
It wasn't bad. I watched probably on the regular probably more seasons than I realized. Maybe, like, definitely the first 2 seasons I think I watched. I retained not much of it,
okay,
is which is for the best. I just know that walking away from it, I was always, team Pacey. I was
yeah.
always Joshua because I always go for brunettes, and so like, that's a thing from when I was a kid. I was just like, "Oh, no, I like dudes with brown hair," I think. And he just got to be funnier and not as fucking pitiful
Yo,
as Dawson. Dawson was so fucking wah, 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 and Pacey was just there with a quip, and I'm like, "There we go.
real
That's my
talk.
guy."
Pacey was the first time I realized that uh I could kind of tell who I'm gonna like off camera.
Right.
Real talk. Because of the four of them, no diss to any of them, but I knew from watching the show,
Mhm.
if I had to kick it with one of the 40s dudes off like work, it would be
Right.
Pacey. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
proven that over time. Like even
Yeah.
today, when I see interviews of him, he still looks kind of like chill.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, the storyline, I didn't know this was I realized that this and Pretty Little Liars also had a similar situation with one of the main characters messing with a teacher.
Oh, yeah, that used to be a classic. Look, that was an '80s staple. You
Yo,
couldn't have a teen movie without one of them.
yo.
Doing something with a teacher. I believe that's why people are so concerned today. But when I tell you that shit just rolls off my back, water on a duck. I'm just like, yeah, that's what we doing. We out here fucking teachers, right?
Real talk.
No?
It's a
Oh, is
problem,
that
but
a
don't.
problem? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have had me watch anything. Watch anything at all in the 80s.
Real talk.
Because that's all they were doing. Yeah.
They told me it was fine. Real talk.
Yeah.
The first episode. It's the
First, oh no, that whole first season.
Yeah.
I was just like, why do we care about this guy crying about Steven Spielberg when you got the funnier guy really dealing with something?
Real talk. Yo, and like no bullshit. What kind of we didn't talk about how good of a friend he was, Pacey.
Oh yeah.
This dude dealing with real shit and he's still making time to be in this stupid movie.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Yeah, let's try to figure out what's wrong that Pacey has become a victim of this woman. But instead he's like, we'll work it out on film. We'll work it out that way. Yeah, that absolutely would not fly now. But now I'm just I'm like, yeah, no, that's what happened. Everyone gets so, I mean, at this point, if I dated someone who was 5 years younger than me, and said that to somebody like Gen Z or Alpha or whatever, they would just be like, ooh, gross age gap. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, both of us make noises when we walk. Our joints are loud. Like, stop. But I mean, people, I don't know why the young people feel like if they are not your exact age, it's an age gap and that's gross. And I'm like, all right, well, good luck to you in the future. That's all I can say. Good luck to you in the future.
That's just bananas, B. Like you asking people on a date, are you born in 2014? Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, okay, guys.
That is really limited.
Yeah.
But good luck with that. You know, I agree with age gap as a concept. I think it changes though what's acceptable as you get older.
Yes, right. You start after you've lived some life.
Yeah, then we just all lived.
Depending on the kind of life you live, you can at a certain point it's just like, oh, we just older than the rest of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, we've entered the age where we just the old person, and then it's wide open.
Straight up. Gabby's youngest brother, when he did his confirmation, asked me to be his godfather.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 13, I was 18, and now we just two old dudes. Like I'm not your godpops at this point. You know that, right? I'm just like your friend.
Right.
I'm also your in-law now, so like none of this applies anymore. Like, if you have a question about life, like I'm probably dealing with the same shit. My dude.
Right.
Like, exactly. Like, but for the high school years, it was very helpful for him, and I genuinely tried. But yes,
right.
Now that we're like all like 38, I think he's 38 or something, 37.
Okay.
Yeah, like we just old people with mortgages. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, like when he messages me for like advice, it's like, yo, has this happened to your boiler? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's much more mechanical by nature. Yeah.
Real talk. It's not a Godfather advice or age gap advice.
Right.
But yeah, the gap has gone away. We're just all roughly the same age.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But straight up, shouts to Pacey though. Good, you know what I mean? You carried that show, in my opinion.
Yeah, you really did.
Based on the 4 episodes I've seen this week, I like you the most.
Right, and also, that's all the research you're doing. You will not.
Yeah,
you're not
done.
returning.
I will say, I also like his haircut.
Okay.
I realized that it's just
he had
like
a Caesar.
Yeah, he kind of had like it looked like. So for me, it looked like a week after I should have got my haircut.
Right,
if that makes sense, right? Like he got a Caesar at some point, and let it grow.
Yeah, that was a big thing. The white boy Caesar was a big thing. Him, George Clooney had it when ER started.
Right.
Yeah. George Clooney. We don't talk enough about the white boy Caesar he had.
Yo, real talk. That was a movement back then.
It was a definite look. Yeah.
Real talk, yo. Shouts to the white boy Caesar. Real talk. Low key, I feel like we're naming a rapper, by the way.
I know. There's someone out there who's like, white boy Caesar. Yeah. Oh,
album
boy.
cover soul.
So sorry.
Let's get into the news.
Alrighty.
Embarrassed and insecure. Gen Z hates this millennial fashion statement. It's body dysmorphia, they say. That's right. It's
What?
Z fitness fashion faux pas of the day. After reigning as the choice of activewear for 20 something years, 20 somethings online have officially declared workout leggings as dead. Rather than breaking sweat in a skin tight thogs or togs, uh,
Togs, yeah.
togs. Gym rat Gen Zs now prefer loose fitting, baggy sweatpants or shorts while exercising, according to a recent report by Edited. Um, but the youngsters' sudden aversion to leggings, a millennial fashion fad, is less about style and more about self-image issues.
Oh
Uh,
god.
I'm so embarrassed and insecure about wearing leggings. Confessed the body conscious Bell on a trending clip. I hate how they fit me, how they're so tight on me, and you can see like the structure of my legs. These ones were
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah. These the groans were echoed by a sea of Gen Zers who agreed, commenting, "Leggings are so uncomfortable. I fucking hate leggings and its body dysmorphia." And their beef with the bottoms isn't just idle internet chatter; it's evident in sales and web searches too. Researchers for Edited found that the customer interest in leggings has plummeted from 46.9% to 38.7 since 2022. Due to this drop in demand, athletic brands like Nike and Adidas have scaled back leggings investments for this year. Lululemon fans can breathe easy as the Canadian imprint is still investing in the snug head turners. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I yeah, there's a pendulum when it comes to fashion.
word up.
That's all this is. Um, like, okay, baggy is kind of what I mean, baggy or workout clothes, I think. If I can judge by what is happening in dance videos, which
Okay,
is a thing that I watch. I watch a lot of dance videos, and by dance videos, I mean, like, um, dance classes where they've learned a routine and now they're recording people doing the routine, like, kind of over and over at studios. Usually the ones I watch are, like, based in LA or something. But,
right,
I enjoy those. And, yeah, they've been doing baggy stuff for a while, it's just easier to move around in or whatever, but it also depends on the kinda dance you're doing.
right,
Um, so what's telling is seeing baggier stuff in, like, heel heeled heeled classes where you're doing dancing in high heels and you're
right.
doing what is considered, more sexy moves.
Oh,
Uh, they are now the baggier clothes in there, whereas before you would see people, they're in a heels class, so they're about to do sexy moves and they're dressing as such, you know what I
right.
mean? They've got leggings on, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, right now, what's in general is baggy clothing.
Oh
And
yeah,
so that's just kind of what's happening. The
real
younger
talk.
people are just like, "Mm-mm, I don't do that." That's like what older people do. As to this whole, like, body dysmorphia take,
Yeah.
I body dysmorphia is the only thing that, doesn't go out of style. Body dysmorphia is
Mm,
always in fashion,
real talk.
pun intended and unintended, but
Yo,
that's always the case. So, yeah, younger people have seen, um, millennials and maybe a young Gen X go into wearing leggings all the time,
right. And they're
and
like,
they're just
yeah,
like, "No," and, I'm not gonna do that, that's not my look.
that's my parents.
That's my parents, that's not a thing that I do, and that's sure, great. So do you wear the boxier clothing? I mean, that's just how clothing is in general right now. No,
Ah,
no one's doing skinny jeans. The closest they'll get to a skinny jean is like a straight leg jean, which,
right,
but like skinny jeans, like what was popping off in the early aughts,
right.
no. Right now, it's about baggy clothes and also what's fading away is like a high waist. I mean, there's still a lot of high waisted things,
Okay.
but when I but there was a time where it was in the 90s where it was baggy and low waist, and that's kind of coming around too. So this isn't even new. Like when I see people doing this, I'm like, yep, I remember this look stressing me out because I was like, yo, that's kind of low on the my whole gut's gonna hang out. And your shirt is tight and short. How does that work? I can't do this. So, like I said, I've watched it happen. I still have body dysmorphia issues, like, and probably will until I die, honestly. Like
That's cool.
that's just gonna be me, I think.
Yeah.
At this point, it's in me in such a way. I am more comfortable about things, but there are still moments where I'm just like, "Oh boy," and I
Nah,
just
that's
have
real.
to go out there. And so, like, I think this trying to make this it's weird to mention that the kids aren't doing it because of body dysmorphia. They aren't doing it because it's not their look, it's somebody else's look. And for them, their look is baggy. It's always skinny, baggy. You can just watch the pendulum swing between those things. And
Right,
that's
right.
what's going on right now. It's just swung all the way to baggy where it's been for a hot second. And that's not now, and body dysmorphia, that will happen no matter where the pendulum is. There are going to be people who are just like, this look isn't for me. So that's kind of weird for them to bring that in and put that on them. Like, look what you've done to the young people. You've made them feel bad about their bodies. I mean, honestly, like things are looking skinnier and skinnier. And that's a different discussion, but a discussion that could be made about how that could be had about how the body positivity thing that was happening in like early 2020s, how that's gone now. And I know that from watching a bunch of fashion shows during the
Right.
shutdown. I watched a lot of fashion shows, and I watched a lot of designers trying to be inclusive and putting one curvy person in, model in and that kind of thing. And now when I tell you these bitches is skinny, and
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh
yo.
wow, so no curve at all. We just don't do that at all anymore." They're like, "Yeah, we gave y'all like 2, maybe 3 seasons, and we don't do it anymore."
Real talk.
That
We'll be
is
back in like
probably
2
that's
decades.
probably, what is bringing about these feelings more so. That and
Yeah.
then, like, the whole, like, seeing influencers. So you're seeing people who are like, uh, you know, body positivity influencers, and they're just like, "Yeah, I love my body as it is," and blah blah blah. And now suddenly they've lost a lot of weight, and it's like, well, I decided to go on Ozempic or some shit. And it's like, but
Right.
you loved your body. What happened? And it's like, oh, I needed to for health, or I just wasn't getting. You know what I mean? Like that's a completely different discussion. It's weird to fit that into this when this
Yeah.
is just those are the trends to me. But I mean, as as long as there are ways to make people feel bad about their bodies so that they can go out and try to buy whatever they can to feel good about their bodies, there will always be someone who's just like, I feel like things will always be in business. Right now, I get all of my IG ads are attacking me at different ways of like, "You were too big. Is this
Yo.
menopause or is there something going on with your insulin? Here's a pill. Have you tried rubbing this cream on your foot? You know what? If you walk for 8 minutes a day for the next 7 years, you could probably lose weight." All of these things, so many different ways
Yo.
that I am being told based on something like, there's probably something wrong with your body, right? You probably got menopause belly. You got apron belly. Nope, this is just a normal fupa, which you need to get rid of anyway. We've been trying to get you to get rid of your fupa for years. Like,
Yo.
it's so much stuff. And there are a lot of things where it's like, some body related stuff where it's like, take a quiz and find out, how this thing can help your joints. And then
Right.
you put in your stats, and it's like, well, the first thing you need to do is lose 50 pounds. So that's what we'll talk to. And it's like, no, I just need something for my joints or my bones. It's like, nope, you need to lose all this weight before we. It's the whole thing of like going to the doctor, and they don't even doctors not even listening to what your problems are, because they're just like, well, you're overweight, so we really can't do anything until we attack that problem. And it's like, huh.
Well, I just got cold, my G.
Yeah, like it's that's not my problem at all.
Real talk. I'm telling you, I got a cold. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
like I went to a doctor once about my sore throat, and it turned out it was, like reflux or whatever, and she immediately was like, "Do you have kids? Do you want kids?" And I'm like, "Bitch, what's that got to do with my throat? How far down can you see down my throat?"
Real talk. Am I sneezing from there?
Yeah,
God
like,
damn. Yo, you right.
it's
We should
just
talk about it.
yeah. So anywho, that was a lot out of me because I have feelings and opinions about
No.
it, but yeah, let them wear their baggy, and then the retailers will figure it out.
Yeah.
So Nike's got to make more baggy pants. They were already on it, and the kids found it elsewhere. Like, yeah, that's
They had
great.
them saved from when I was young. They're still
Yeah,
there.
personally, I'm stocking up because when we go skinny again, I'm still going baggy.
Yo,
Because
I
it's the
never
right
left
kind
baggy.
of baggy. The first time we went baggy, it wasn't the kind of I was young, so I didn't really know. I went baggy, but it wasn't the best kind of baggy for my body.
Right.
But now we're doing a baggy that's good for me, where it's a high waist and baggy and pleats. And I know this about myself, so I'm gonna stock up so I can just be in that forever.
Yeah, you locked in. You found your
Yeah,
time.
that's it. Exactly. I finally locked in.
I
It
like
feels
it
so
for you.
good to have locked into something. I don't think I've locked into anything before.
Lock in. I like this for you, yo. Real talk. I find that interesting, like that essentially like that a generation's like fashion sense is really just uh a way of, like it's like a coded way of saying like this is what their insecurities are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like whatever the thing is that like they worry about physically, that
Mhm.
they'll like make that the thing that matters fashion wise. It'll drive fashion. Um, yeah, it's
But
trippy.
it's always just like you're young and you wanna do the opposite of what the older people are doing. That's
Yeah,
literally it. That's the same with music, where you listen to something and someone younger is like, "Why are you listening to this old man shit? What's going on, Unc? You listen to this Unc music." And I'm like, I don't know. It's not
real
for
talk.
them. They need to young people gotta find and discover their own thing. And so for them, if they're like, "Oh, yuck, look at all these women walking around in these leggings,"
Right.
I don't want you to see my legs. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a body dysmorphia thing. That's just like I need to do the opposite of what someone older than me is doing because I'm young and I'm not them. So
Nah,
that's
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 fair.
always going to be the case. I mean, the reason that uh, I definitely had very heated discussions with my mother about the stuff I wanted to wear as a teenager, and she was like, "What is this shit?" And I'm like, "It's what I wanna wear," you know? Like,
Real talk.
absolutely. Yeah, because she was very happy to because my mother was a stylish woman and definitely wanted to pick out all of my clothes and dress me.
Yeah, no,
But
I
she
get it.
would have me dressed as a 13-year-old insurance claims adjuster
The
because
most
that's
stylish
what
one.
she was, a very stylish one, and that meant nothing to people in 8th grade.
I remember it when I was in 8th grade, 13, going to buy jeans with my mom for the last time because of this situation. Because like
Mhm.
she could not understand why I wanted my jeans the way I wanted them.
Right,
I hated having to explain it.
right,
And like I was like, yo, we're getting into an argument over something that neither one of us is gonna win. You're not gonna be happy. I'm
mhm,
not wearing the jeans you want me to wear.
right,
So like we're at a standstill. You want me covered outside? These are the jeans I'm buying. If you're
right,
gonna do this every time, just give me money. I'll buy them on my own,
right,
and we'll
yes.
go from there. But like and in her defense, looking back on it now, it was insane. Just because like I was from the era of not only my pants being baggy, but we had that like very long pant leg that we wanted that stack on the bottom,
Right,
you know?
yes,
So like when I put pants on, I remember her saying they're too long. And I was
mhm,
like, nah, this is how I like them.
right,
And like I didn't have my shoes on yet when I was wearing them.
Mhm.
You know, I'm trying them on.
Right.
So like I very clearly remember having my pants up to my waist where I wanted them
Right.
and still stepping on pant leg.
Right.
Like fully, like you could not see my feet
Mhm.
so that I could have enough material to have
The
the
stack.
most stacked leg at the
Right.
bottom of my leg. And like now I'm looking back, I'm like, that was insane. Like that's just so much wasted material.
Look, the only thing about the baggy pant that when I see young people, I'm just like, "Hey, man, you're gonna walk off the bottom of those pants. I can't stop you because it's what you wanna do, but I'm here to tell you, like, I feel like we worked too hard. The technology has gotten to where you don't have to walk off the bot, but if that's how you wanna do it, that's how you wanna do it.
Real
'Cause,
talk.
yeah, I mean, I buy a baggy pant and then I roll it up at the bottom. Like,
Right.
that's partially because I'm not trying to walk off the bottom of my jeans, and partially because, I want my pants to dance around my ankles. I want them to do a thing. And so but I don't wanna, I like cuff. Also, I like a rolled cuff at the bottom of pants.
Real talk.
So, yeah, and, so when I see people walking on the back of their jeans, I'm just like, "Look, you gotta learn it your way." I can't tell you that it
Hey,
looks insane.
eh,
Um,
all my pictures were crazy back then.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, semi adjacent to like fashion stuff.
Mhm.
Um, I read something recently that like I wanted to share with you. There was like I was going down this like design rabbit hole, like marketing stuff, and I know this is kind of like your bag. We talked about planogram. I was looking into. I have a camera, Ricoh GR. It's a Japanese company.
Right.
So I was like, they just put out a new camera,
Mhm.
and I'm looking at their website. It looks like 1998 GeoCities. This is
Okay.
like, you know what I mean?
That's
So
funny. Yeah,
real
yeah.
talk, right? Like, and this is a real camera company that they're only putting out this camera because their old one sold out. There was so much demand for it, and the components are no longer being made. So
Right.
they had to make a new one just to like meet the demand. So they're successful, but their website still looks old. And I
Okay.
couldn't understand that. So I go on Reddit to look it up. Apparently this is a thing. Like Japanese like website design looks like old dated websites.
Right.
And I couldn't figure out why, and obviously Reddit is great for this. There's apparently like real reasons for this that I
Okay.
thought was dope, and it affects why their websites look like overly cluttered old sites. One of them is almost every like coding language is based on English.
Okay.
So there's a delay in terms of when Asian countries learn it and input it. B, the amount of characters in those languages are significantly more than American and Latin languages. So when they're putting up text on a website,
Mhm.
it would be overly cluttered if they tried to type everything. So instead, they go to images. So like they'll
Okay.
put an image instead of typing the words out
Okay.
because images are easier to download if
Oh,
they're done
alright.
at a certain like type.
Okay.
Um, C Japan in particular was ahead of the game in terms of having internet on phones.
Alright.
So they because of that have had it on older phones than us. We got it when we got like iPhones. They got
Mhm.
like internet on like old like Nokia joints.
Right.
So many people still use those old phones over there that they still design sites with those phones in mind
Okay.
to make sure that like that goes in. And then finally, um, there is a stylistic thing that Latin languages and American languages and English does when they're doing design with fonts and typography in how they leverage italics, bolding, and things like that.
Okay.
Apparently, in Japan, there is no italic, there is no bold.
Oh,
So for them to emphasize things, they have to use images
okay.
because you can't bold the symbol, if you
Right.
will, or italicize it.
Huh.
But yeah, I found that weird. Not funny, not related. Just thought you know, Shalewa should know this shit.
Look, that's very interesting. I mean, I would simply think it's like a stylistic choice of like, it's been long enough. It is time to like have things be retro in that way, and that is considered retro. 98 is, 2000 is technically retro.
Right.
Um, so yeah, that would make sense, like stylistically, and what the kids would like to see because, like, they weren't around for it. Um, but yeah, the rest of that is very interesting as to why, like, other reasons that we don't have to think about because we're big dumb Americans who think everything is
Straight up.
supposed to be how we designed it. So that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. That's kind
Hey,
of
put it out
wild.
there if y'all want to go down a weird Asian design rabbit hole. You know what I mean? There's some cool shit out there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Go learn. Broaden your horizons, baby. Finally, pregnancy robots could
Well,
give
oh my
birth to.
god. I'm sorry. Just give me a second.
These
Did you
pivots are crazy today.
Yeah, pregnancy robots. Okay, I'm
Pregnancy
with you.
robots could
Okay.
give birth to human children in a revolutionary breakthrough.
Nope,
And
I still don't like where this is going. I'm all right. I'm just gonna let you finish the sentence, even though that my whole body is like, what the? Okay,
a
continue.
game changer for infertile couples, Sha.
Oh,
Just
okay, all right, okay. I think I liked how it ended, maybe,
okay.
but also probably not.
Reportedly, China is working on designing a bot with an artificial womb, which will receive nutrients through a holes in its abdomen that will soon be able to carry a fetus for about 10 months before giving birth. The pregnancy robot was conceptualized by Dr. Zhang Huifeng, founder of Kawai Technology in China. If all goes according to plan, the prototype will make its debut next year. For those struggling to conceive, hiring a humanoid to carry their baby will cost 100,000 yen or about $14,000, a price significantly less than a human surrogate, which can cost someone in the US anywhere from 100,000 to $200,000. The artificial womb technology is already in a mature stage, and now it needs to be implemented in the robot's abdomen so that a real person and the robot can interact to achieve pregnancy, allowing the fetus to grow inside. Many questions are still unanswered at this time, including how the egg and sperm will be fertilized and inserted into the womb, and how the bot will give birth.
Um, you know what? I once was on a a train station platform, and it was hot. It was very hot. We were underground, and I saw a woman, a pregnant woman, just standing on the platform. And as I walked by her, I thought to myself, I can't believe we're still doing this that way.
Okay.
Like, I can't believe it's been this long and we're
Yo,
still out here fucking carrying babies like this. This is insane. All the shit that we've done and we still got to do it like that. And
yo,
I
that's
had to
real.
remember that version of Shalewa right now. This is what that looks like, Shalewa. When you saw that woman sweating underground and you were like, God damn, I can't believe we still doing it like this. China's like, got it.
Real talk. You right.
All right. 10 years later, look what we done. I don't know if I meant that, but you know what? If it works, that's my first thought of like, well, you were just just 10 years ago, a decade ago, you were just thinking, why are we still doing it like this? Here's
Yo,
another way. Great. Secondly, um the ethics of this feel real gross in an American's hands.
yeah, like this feels scary to me.
This feels very scary. Um in like a fucking worried about the birth rate. These folks that are worried about the birth rate.
Yo, like, Sha, like the first thing I thought of, real talk,
Mhm.
was the article we covered a few weeks ago about that lady in Arizona with the laptops.
Yes.
Like I could see somebody like, oh yeah, I own like 30 of them baby things if you want to rent them
Right.
out this month.
Right. Yeah, and just I just don't like the ethics. This can go left so fast. Everything's going left so quickly. Everything's just not going the way it's supposed to go or the way I thought things were going. Like everything's just so foobar that this right now in the climate that we're in right now, ooh, no thank you. Where were you 10 years ago when I was like, it's hot down here. This poor lady. And then she got a baby. Ugh. Where were you then? Now I feel like, don't sell that to certain folks.
Real
Please.
talk.
Like, don't let others get their hands on this because, yeah, it just feels literally like the movie The Matrix.
Straight up. Real talk. This is wild.
Literally, I'm like, so what do we stack these robots up in like a honeycomb kind of thing? Is everybody just in a pod? I don't know if I like this.
Yeah,
Ethically, I see issues. The
yeah,
technology,
impressive.
impressive. I could see where this would be helpful for people who can't, and to give our fucking hips a break. You know what I mean?
Yo,
But
it's just like real talk. I see this getting abused in weird ways after a while.
yes.
Like if it's already this affordable,
Mm-hmm.
at some point. So 10 years from now, 10 years ago, they wanted this idea. Let's say they heard Shalewa talking.
Right. Yeah,
They're
they
like, yo,
probably
let's
did.
make this. They
Yeah,
made
which I hate. That means they were in my brain, but they heard me.
They invented that thing 10 years before that. You know what I mean? Then it's going live next year. 10 years from now is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody doing it.
Right.
10 years after that is so normal that like regular, like everybody got access to it. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is how you get your dog in the future.
Oh no.
Like you got like a breeder
Wow.
that's like,
So like this is what cloning was promised to us.
yeah,
This is going to be closer to that.
real talk.
Okay, so you think we'll get this birthing bot in every home before we could even get the cloning technology to
Real
us?
talk. This is gonna be like next to the dishwasher.
Oh no.
Like the family one. Like, oh yeah, like we
Oh yuck. No, who's taking care of all of these?
I think every family's gonna have one. Like you inherit it. You know what I mean? Like like when you go like like New York doesn't have this, but like all of my friends who were like first generation Americans, when they go back home,
Right.
their families are always from a town where like the electricity ain't great,
Right.
but one house in every block got like a generator.
Okay.
This is gonna be like that. Like, oh yeah, like we gotta go to the house with the with the baby making thing. You know what I mean?
I don't like this movie that you're writing right now, Gastor. I don't like it at all.
Oh man, if you would like an EP credit on a soon-to-be classic, you know what I mean? Protein powder babies.
Oh, yuck.
You know what I mean? All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't see the vision. It's already happening. We just read the article.
Yeah, we don't even, the vision is here.
It's here.
So
5 stars, you excited. We gonna make babies like this now, like shaking little
like protein shakes. We're just
straight
shaking
up
up a baby.
Real talk. Yo, put 2 scoops to that baby in there, yo. I want my kid to be tall this shit. Just shake it up.
No. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this at all.
I'm telling you, that's the few. I see it, yo. Real talk,
That's
yo.
a funny scene though. Put that in the trailer, but I don't want to see the movie.
Oh man, real talk. Yo, I see it. I'm telling you. Why your kid bald? I ain't shake him enough. You know what I mean? That's on me. Real talk.
Oh,
I was getting cocky. I was kid number 3. I went with my left hand. Shaking like
yeah,
this.
the non-dominant hand, and now
I didn't put that little metal ball inside to like really mix it.
Right, exactly.
You know, my baby has some clumps. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Oh man, this is wild. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout out this week to Cynthia Butler and the Rare Element. With all that said, I am real talk, man. We don't have trouble making sperm as is. We don't need this. This is too much power.
That's my issue.
Yeah, this is wild.
Is just like I see farming of eggs, and then the same 10,
Oh man.
old dudes doing this. And then all the robots are in the house. I don't like it. I don't like it.
This is scary.
This is very scary.
Real talk. Very concerned, but excited for this new script, Gastor Almonte. Art first, baby. You know what I mean? With the concerns for me and my mental space.
Little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
This has been a admittedly this podcast could be a father episode of the War Report. It could do it in the future. This digital thing could make a kid now with things like this. Episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.